Hi, Neil again. This time I'm on a survey in the middle of Newcastle, and it's just another, I put a post on yesterday regarding how prominent this black ash mortar was. So, we're talking about the front main elevation. Well, actually, it doesn't matter which elevation I go on to. We've got exactly the same distinct, a lot of people regard as being high moisture meter readings. Come on the internal wall, much the same. Come on the chimney breast, much the same, and so on. But today the purpose of that is not to talk about black ash mortars and renders. In the front right hand corner, as looking at it from the property, what we've got is, I'm expecting the same elevated meter readings. But it is always worth then scanning the full width of the wall, because suddenly I'm finding this, where the meter's off the scale. Come away from that point, we're back to what's normal when you have black ash render. Come round the corner, same again. But don't take it for granted. It doesn't mean you check, because what you'll suddenly find is you're getting these elevated, significantly elevated readings off the meter, closer to the corner of the wall. Now what you can see is, hopefully you can see there's some evidence of damp staining. Yep. So what that means, this is a stud wall partition on my right hand side. So it means we're going to have to take a little walk and do a visual inspection on the external. So what we've got on the external elevation, you can see there's water run marks down this wall. Now we've got a hopper head there at second floor level, but this brickwork has been repointed. When I say it's been repointed, it's been repointed within the last couple of weeks. The mortar is still green. Obviously they've pointed up between the stone mullions, but you can see the damp staining there. You can see some of the fluorescent salts starting to appear on the surface, which is a good indication that the wall is starting to dry out. Yep, they're fluorescent salts. But it's just, inside it flags up that there's potentially a problem on the external. So that's why, we need to follow this trail. You can see that there's evidence of minor salts on the walls, but almost certainly it was that hopper head. You can see the guttering's new. So this has all been done in the last, probably last couple of weeks, last few weeks. Yeah, there's an air brick, well there's two air bricks here, there's a 9x3 and a 9x6. And what I did note is that the subfloor ventilation, sorry I'm going for another walk, the subfloor ventilation is very strong underneath the floor. There has been a surveyor before me who said it wasn't possible to carry out subfloor inspections because of the laminate floors throughout, which you can see. But sometimes a little bit of initiative can pay dividends, because I'm particularly interested in the joists in this corner. So what I've done, I've put one of the grills up. There's vents in the floor. I'm going to put my light on. But now what it does, it actually allows us to get a good look at these joists. And obviously, the joists further into that entrance foyer. Same again. So what I have done, I tested these joists with the meter and the recording moisture content, excuse me, of 24-25%, which is obviously in the zone where there is a risk of fungal decay. So I will advise the client, obviously, that there's been a defect in that corner. There's the damp staining, but I have been able to check the joists. The previous surveyor obviously did pick up that there appeared to have been rainwater ingress, and said it was highly likely that the joists along the front main elevation would be affected by fungal decay. But the beauty is, instead of assuming or thinking, and I appreciate he's put the client on notice, which is perfectly within his rights to do, and it's totally acceptable. But sometimes, it took me all of 2 minutes just to pop the screws out of that grill. There's another one on the other side of the room, but it means I'm getting a good idea what the condition of the joist is. Joists are sound, really nice condition, but they are at risk if that defect hasn't been attended to properly. So it's all about following the trail. And it all started with this little damn stain in the corner. Obviously we've got a stud wall partition that butts up onto the front main elevation. So what I will do is recommend that the timbers, some of this plaster work is removed just to inspect the timbers in contact with the front main elevation to make sure there's no evidence of fungal decay. Skirting boards, moisture content, around about 14-15%. So, it's not abnormal, but we have had a long dry spell. Obviously I'm here on a sunny day. So, if it rains, there may well be a defect, but what I will do is put the client on notice that they should be aware of this and seek assurances from the vendor that all the defects have been attended to and get a copy of any documentation. Okay, I hope this makes sense, and it's just a little advisory for the less experienced surveyors. We see something, we sometimes have to go a little bit further just to make sure we're satisfied that we actually know the full extent or the potential extent of any defects. Okay, thanks a lot now. Take care.